Hello, and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, we help members of the public get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. They have a choice. They can sit down with one of our regular dealers. They're going to try and buy their treasures on the spot today for cash. The alternative is to place the same goods into a local auction in the hope that you will get a little bit more money there. Today the show comes to you from Howell's Girls' School in Denbigh, North Wales. A nice crowd of people have turned up. They're eager to do business. Do you know what they're here for? They want to walk away with the real deal.
The dealer's den is full of hopeful sellers. Will this one walk away happy if David Tupman makes an offer on a family heirloom?
What have you brought in?
Three Russian items, actually. Pre-revolution, I believe.
And how did you get them?
Well, they were in my parents' house, and then when they died, I just took them over.
And do you know how they got hold of them themselves?
No idea.
Okay. Well, let's have a quick look. We've got a pillbox, and if we look very carefully, it's got a pretty indistinct mark underneath. So it's silver and then cloisonné enamel on top. Also a little butter knife, perhaps, similar sort of mark. The mark is much more distinct on the knife, and I believe this mark is between 1908 and 1917. It's the mark just before the Revolution. A little bit of damage to the enamel on that. And a salt spoon, all pretty much the same period, just pre-revolution. So there'd be sometime between 1900 and 1917, probably about 1910. Yeah. Have you got some sort of idea about how much you want for them?
Oh, I'm leaving it to you.
All right, okay, slightly, don't really know what to offer, but I'm going to sling some money on the table so we can see how we go. All right. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 pounds. Are we miles away?
I think they're worth more than that.
Well, I think they probably are. Okay, I'll stick 140, 160. What do you think, Aaron?
Right, we'll go with that. Table,
okay,
yes.
Thanks very much
Thank
indeed.
you.
Thank you for bringing
it.
Thank you.
So our seller stood his ground and it paid off. Next up, a serene portrait has arrived at Mike's table. But does it signal the calm before the storm?
And you brought along this painting of a wistful lady, signed by
Arthur Trevor Haddon, I believe.
Oh, well, you know more than me. You've looked at it longer than me, haven't you? Yeah?
Yes.
It's dated somewhere, isn't it? What's the date? 1890 something? Yeah. Okay. Where did you get it from?
An aunt gave it to me. She had heard about somebody finding money behind oil paintings after the war.
Yeah.
And she went round the junk shops and bought a couple of pictures.
Right.
Once she'd taken the back off.
And there was no money?
No money. She said, well, you can have it.
Well, that's a lovely story. Was it in that condition when she gave it you, or has it deteriorated over it?
Deteriorated. It slipped down. This is the actual frame.
Yeah.
But it slipped down over.
And what about these? Have you had a cat or something, or
no?
These rips and tears. This does need some tender love and care and attention. So I reckon that would cost me about £300, including the frame, to restore. So bear that in mind when I offer you money. There's £100 there. £200. You're looking impressed.
Well, I'm coming in here because I know that you're feeling a little bit nervous. And let me just make one thing clear here, Michael. 150 to 2 is what they say, 2 to 4, and I say forget that, it's worth more than that. We've started off with £200, and we need to get several £100 more on the table, and as the Terminator says, I'll be back.
Bear in mind, I said it would cost £300 to restore and put right. So I've got to add that onto it. So David's quite correct, it is worth several £100s. If I offer you £300, £380 down. That gives you a good return for a picture that you don't want.
I'm going to say to you, it's not enough money. We want more than that, Michael, or we are going on a nice time to auction together, unless Michael gets quite a bit more money down.
Well, already if I put £400 down, I've passed every valuation. I don't want to give much more for the picture because I don't think it's worth much more. I think I would ask £1,000 for it and I'd willingly take £800.
OK, I've come back in here because we've heard what Michael has got to say. I agree with him. £1,000, £1,400, £1,500 retail, probably. So I'm going to say, if you're not going further, Michael, I've got to do my job. I know you want to buy it, but this lady, I've got to take her to the auction and I've got to get as much money for her as possible.
And I've got to think about Jeanette, and I'd hate her, right, to have the upset of it not selling.
OK.
£300 to restore, £200 profit. There's £500.
Right. Are you stopping at £500? Because at £500, I would still advise to go to auction.
Right, OK then. What I'll do is I'll put down another £100, so £600
OK.
there.
I believe the money that's on the table is now sensible. And I'm going to say to you, take that money, because I think it's right. And I still believe Michael can make a handsome profit. So I'm going to say thank you, Michael. Take the money, darling, and take your 600 quid home, not your 200.
Well done. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
David was determined to get the right price for Jeanette, but did Mike pay over the odds? Find out later. Now it's over to Tim and the first item to arrive at his table.
You brought a Bible box in.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about where you acquired it from?
Well, it was a friend of the family. He was a retired gentleman. He passed away a few years ago. And when his son was sorting out the house and belongings, he asked me if I wanted to buy anything. And I purchased this off him because it was a piece I'd always liked.
Right. And do you use it? Do you put your Bible in it?
I'm afraid not, no. It just sits in the wardrobe upstairs away from the children.
Right.
I don't want them to damage it. And it's just, I've got nowhere to display it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's quite early, is this? I mean, it's 17th century, you know. So, big family Bible would have sat in there.
That's right.
And there would have been a lock on here.
Yes.
So that it would have been locked to air. And obviously these will relate to the original owner.
Yes.
And it's oak. Now that there is the original hinge on it.
Yes.
That is a replacement hinge on it. And we've got a little bit of cracking here. Can I ask you what you paid for it 4 years ago?
Not a lot. No, I
Not
wouldn't
a
like
lot.
to say, 'cause,
you don't want to tell me. You don't want to share that information
no,
with
moment,
me.
No.
Right. And did you buy it because you liked it?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
And it was just going to be sold to a general dealer. You know,
Yeah.
So I thought I'd grab it because I like the piece.
Yeah. I mean, it is what they call in antiques. It's a country piece.
Yes. Yeah.
So this restored and all waxed up and that would be fantastic in a country antique dealer's shop. You could imagine it in the Cotswolds or somewhere like that.
Yes.
So I'm going to make you an offer.
Okay.
See whether it's been a good investment or a bad investment. £50, £100.
Not a bad start.
Right. We're changing colour now.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
120.
No.
140.
I couldn't let it go for that.
150.
No, sorry.
No.
No.
Right, if I take that away, £160.
No. I'd need at least another couple of pink ones on there.
And a couple of big ones.
Yeah.
So £260.
Well, yeah, we'd be very close then.
This is my final offer.
Okay.
180.
No, thank you.
No?
No.
You sure?
I'm positive.
I can't tempt you.
No, sorry.
Right, well,
To auction.
To auction it goes, yeah.
Oh, thanks for your offer. Anyway.
Thank you very much, Mike.
You're welcome. Thank
and you do need to tell me now how much it cost you.
Well, I paid £100 for it.
£100. Well,
Yes.
that's a fair price.
Yes.
And you'd have had a good profit there.
Mike's confident his Bible box can do better, but is he right? What will it make under the gavel of auctioneer Simon Bauer? Mike's wife Cynthia is about to find out.
180 was turned down on the dealer's day by your husband. He sent it to sale. He sent you along to look after his interests. 200 is the reserve. Is it going to make it?
100 bid, at 100 bid. On the Bible box at 100. At 100 bid, 120, 140, at 140, 160, 160 bid. At 160 bid. On the Bible box at 160, 180, 180, 90, 190, 200.
200. It's on the reserve at 200.
The oak Bible box, not dear, but it's on the market, mine. At £200, all done then at 200.
So the gavel has gone down at £200. Now, this is interesting. Take away the commission, that leaves you with 180. Your husband, Michael, was offered 180 on the day, so they were both the real deal. But the question is, are you happy?
I am, yes.
Will Michael be happy?
I hope so.
She's hoping so, otherwise she's not going home.
Also still to come.
I understand that it's an Edwardian skirt lifter.
A what?
A skirt lifter?
Yes.
We'll find out just what it is after the break. Welcome back to Howell School in Denbigh, North Wales. We often have some intriguing items on the show, and none more so than the curiosity that's arrived at Helen's table.
Where did you get such a strange thing?
Well, I'm pretty certain that I bought it in a job lot of old pewter in
a while
an auction
ago,
house.
a long time ago?
About 8 years ago, I think, something like that.
Yes. And have you any idea what it is?
I understand that it's an Edwardian skirt lifter.
A skirt lifter?
Yes.
You're right, it is for lifting your skirts.
Yeah.
So it would have been used, presumably, in a ballroom.
Yeah.
When the ladies were dancing with their long skirts, their long trains, and they lifted them up to enable them to dance, to twirl around. So let's just see how it works. It goes down, and the lady would lift the skirt and then attach it to her belt,
Right.
and the skirt would be held up. So it's quite an interesting little item, really. I think it's probably late Victorian to going into Edwardian. I would put it late 19th century. Do you know how much money you want to get for it?
I've got an idea.
Have you? Well, I quite like it. It's a little quirky item. I'll put down a few pounds. It will be a few pounds, and see where we go.
Okay.
So, £20 for your skirt lifter.
No.
No?
No,
Not
20.
at all?
Not 20, no.
How about £30 for your skirt lifter?
A bit more.
A bit more?
A bit, well...
I think £35 for your skirt lifter. Now that's about where I want to be on this item. It's a nice little thing, but it's not terribly valuable.
You couldn't go a bit more?
I think I'm going to stick at 35. I do quite like it, but £35 is where I see it.
Helen's a very canny dealer, you see, and the estimation on this is about 30 to 50. And I think the offer of 35 is quite canny because it's kind of on its money. But, you know, Helen might have another idea for that because her chap's here behind the scenes, and I believe he wears a kilt sometimes. And as well as being a skirt lifter, he could also be a kilt lifter. Any chance for a little bit more to sway it, another £5 or something?
I think for all that story and having listened to it and the thought of lifting Jim's kilt, I think maybe another £5 will swing it. There you go, for lifting Jim's kilt. Have we got a deal?
I'm okay with that, yes.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing in such an interesting object.
Okay, thanks.
Will our next seller be able to overcome her emotions as she tries to persuade David Topman to part with his money?
Let us know what you've got here. Tell us what you're doing.
There are a pair of picture frames that I always remember sitting on a Welsh dresser in my grandfather's house. And this is my grandmother that's in this one, and my great aunt, great uncle, and these are my great grandparents in the front of there.
Okay. They're very, very Victorian.
Yeah.
And if we look at the back, let's just turn them over. They've got a registered number, which will give us the date if we were to look it up. And here we have, it's marked Beatrice, which I imagine is the model.
What metal are they made from?
They're cast iron.
Right.
But they've been bronzed over the top to give them a bronze finish. So they look like bronze, but they're actually cast iron. In today's market, they're exactly what people don't want. They want sort of modern-looking things, clean lines. So what I'm going to offer them you sounds very mean. I'm going to offer you £40. There's £20 each for them.
No.
I know it's mean. I know it's mean.
That's very mean.
I just don't really want to buy them.
No. No.
No, I mean...
won't accept them.
OK, I'll sling another tenner. 50 quid. No? I'll put it down just in case you change your mind.
No.
OK, so you're going to gamble at auction?
Yes.
OK, I really hope they do very well. And thanks very much indeed for bringing them in.
Thanks very much anyway. Thanks.
The photo frames are off to auction, where our seller's son Christian is going to see if they'll make any more.
Why do you think Mum's decided to sell them?
I don't know, just don't go with anything else really, so it was just to see what we could get for them.
They are very much a kind of Victorian item. They're in design, they are very Victorian, but I think they're very attractive.
Start me on these now, and for the pair, we should be what, £80 at least, shouldn't we? 18, 16. We're like them for the two, 30 and bid, 30 bid for the pair, 35, 45, 55, 60 to go for the pair, 60 bid. Well, they're going to be sold, but they're not dear at 60 bid. Arnick 5 again, hammers up then at £60 and sold away.
The gavel has gone down at £60, which was right on the reserve.
Yeah.
We've got some commission to take off, 10%, £54 is going home with you, and that is the real deal.
There's a bit of a stir in the dealer's den about the figure that's arrived with Tim, but will he be willing to pay the price to seal the deal?
You brought a bronze in today.
Yes, I have indeed, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about its history?
It's been in my family since I was a child. It was left to me when my parents died. My own children don't require it. So what we're going to hope to do is sell it and put the money in the children's bank, in the grandchildren's bank.
Right. Well, let me tell you a little bit about it then. So it's going to date from sort of like the 1910s, 1920s, and this Arab influence was very, very big at that sort of period. It was very, very fashionable, and a lot of these bronzes were manufactured, and the most famous person who did these bronzes is a man called Bergman. This is in the style of the Bergman bronze. It is signed there.
Yeah.
Now, I think that says Chotka, but it's Viennese. And this is what they call cold painted bronze. It's put on as the bronze comes out of the cast, you see. And what the commercial part of this is, that this colour is still there. That's a good thing for
Good thing about it, yeah.
It is a very good thing about it.
And the slippers are okay?
Slippers are there, it's fine. He's got a little bit of problem with his arm, but that's not no problem to it at all. Now, in terms of value, it's quite a valuable item, really, Bob. And it's very, very commercial. So I'm going to make you an offer, Bob.
Okay.
And see what you think. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, £400, Bob.
It's worth more. Keep on putting the 50s on for a while. I'll tell you when to stop. I'll tell you when to stop.
450, £500 there, Bob.
No, not enough, Tim. No, I'm sorry. Not for that.
That's all right.
Not for that. I'm sorry, it's worth a lot more than that.
Well, I've walked in here this time, just to give you an idea, Tim, what they say. The independent valuers say about 4 to 6. I think 500 is a basically good sound offer in that condition, but it should do more at auction. And it wouldn't surprise me if it made 750 in a sale room. But it is a specialised market and it's up and down all the time.
Thank you. So we got, I want more than that. So.
You want more than that?
Yeah, you know.
We've got 500 there.
Yeah.
I haven't finished yet.
No, good lad.
20, 40, 60, 80, £600. That's the top of their estimate.
Put another 50 on it, Tim, and a couple of beers for me tonight. So that's another 60 quid and we'll shake.
60 quid? Where are you buying beer at £5 a pint?
Oh, it's £3 a pint.
Is it?
A big family.
Have you now? What about me? Well, what about 620, 640, 650, but you'll have to buy your own beer money. You've got enough there.
650. Oh. Okay then, it's a deal.
Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to support that. I think it's fabulous.
Coming up, will the colour of this painting make a difference to the colour of Tim's money?
There was a brown one as well made.
Right.
This is the blue one, yeah.
All right,
and there
so
was a brown one.
this is blue period Big Ben.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. This is the show where we help members of the public get the very best price for their antiques and valuables.
Now will the next deal of the day strike a chord with Helen?
Tell me about this instrument you've brought in today.
I bought it at a jumble sale about 40 years ago. It's not been played. My sons didn't take to it at all. I don't play it, and it's lived in the attic for about 40 years. That's why the case is so dilapidated. But if you turn it over, you'll see why I bought it.
Why I bought it. Well, I'll just do that. We'll just turn the whole thing over, and...
there she is.
Wow, wow. So she's having a nice time with her tambourine there.
Yes, yes.
And it's a transfer printed, yeah. Very attractive. I can see why you'd buy it.
Yes.
Looks to be about 1920s, perhaps, that kind of age,
I really
maybe
couldn't tell you.
1910. So what's making you sell it now, Joan?
Well,
has the time just come?
Yes, and I saw this programme was coming to Denby, and I thought an ideal way to let someone else enjoy it. So.
Okay, I'll put some money on the table, and you know how much you want for it?
Vaguely.
Vaguely?
Yes.
Yeah. Right, let me put £10, £20, £30, £40 on the table. The choice would be yours, but you can always try it at auction if you think.
No, I'll accept your offer.
You're going to have a deal?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
and maybe
you.
I'll learn to play the guitar.
You enjoy
or
it.
My grandchildren, perhaps.
Yes, enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Mike's got the chance to make a bid on some George Jensen jewellery, but will he offer enough?
My name's Mike Melody, yours is?
Pauline.
Pauline, nice to meet you.
And you?
And you brought along a couple of bits of silver by a well-known name, somewhere up in the Nordic countries, isn't it?
Yeah, Denmark.
So what have we got here?
Tie clip or a money clip, depends, you know.
Yeah. Big tie or small notes?
Well, small notes.
Do you collect Jensen, do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know more about it than me. And what's this here, then?
That's a fat bird on a bar.
Fat bird on a bar. I'm liking the name of that. And what date's that?
Around 40s or 50s.
OK, so we've got a decorative brooch and we've got this. And why are you selling them?
Just downsizing the collection.
Are you? How many pieces have you got?
About 5.
Have you?
Well, you know, including those 2, yeah.
Right.
But, I'm not using them. They're just sitting in the drawer, so I've enjoyed them.
When did you buy them?
About 8 years ago.
Did you? Well, with all due respect, you know what you paid, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? And I presume you want a profit, do you?
Well, I would like a profit, yes.
OK. Do you know, just looking at them, my gut feeling says, this is my feeling, right? They're probably worth £150. So I'm putting the £150 down as an offer, but I don't know what I'm doing.
No, it's not enough, I'm afraid.
Well, what is enough?
The clip is collectible. It's a nice men's gift.
Yeah, yeah.
But the brooch is quite a rare little brooch.
Yeah. So what's the brooch worth?
Well,
what's the retail price of the brooch?
Well, it's worth, you know, whatever a good collector wants to pay for it, isn't it?
Don't go get there, are we? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Right, because I'm here all night, I'm going to throw another £20 down, making £170. I might be completely off. It might be £500 worth there, but if I can't find out what you want, I'm no use to you, and you obviously need an auction to find out what they're worth.
Yeah. I think I'd like to take them to auction then.
All right then. Thank you very much. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thanks.
Despite Mike offering over the estimate, Pauline's still keen to make more, and David's keeping an eye on things for at the auction.
180. She can't make it today. The reserve has been set at £200. I think that might be just a little bit over-optimistic, but it is George Jensen. There are followers of this particular silversmith, so let's see what happens.
£100 to start me, 100, 80. We like them £50. I'm bid for the two at 50 bid. I'll like 60 now then at £50 for the two mine at 50, 60, 60 bid. 80 is 100 now then. At 100, 100 bid, 120. Out on the phone then at 120. At 120, hammers up then at 120. 130.
Just in time, 130 in the room.
140 at 140. Out on the phone again then at 140. I'll like 50 quickly at 140. Hammers up then at 140.
Gavel has gone down £140. It didn't make the reserve of £200. I thought that was a bit over-optimistic. The real deal was with Michael Melody at £170. Strong bid, Michael. That was the real deal.
What a shame, there just weren't the bidders willing to pay the price. Back in the dealer's den, will this iconic London skyline draw Tim into putting his hand in his pocket and parting with some cash?
And you brought this picture clock in for me to look at today.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about how you acquired it?
Well, it was left to me by my mother. It's been in the family for years. So I just thought I'd like to sell it now.
So, does it work, Beryl?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
And does it chime?
Don't know. It did work at one time.
Did work,
yes,
right.
before I had it. Yeah.
So you've not looked after it very well then?
Well, I have and I haven't. Yeah.
And does it do anything else? Because sometimes they play music. These.
Yes, it plays Home Sweet Home.
Right. Does it still play Home Sweet Home?
Well,
you don't know, do you?
No.
No. Well, you know, everyone knows what it is, don't they?
Yeah,
It's Big Ben,
do,
isn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to date from sort of, I would think, sort of like the 1910s, 1915s, that sort of period.
Yes.
Just by the style of the frame. And obviously it's a nighttime scene, or if you want to be posh, nocturnal, they call it.
That's right, yes.
And then the little bits are highlighted here in mother of pearl down the side here, and obviously the moon. It's called gesso, this frame, which is like plasterwork with the garland on the top.
It's different, isn't it?
It is different, yeah. I don't know whether it's to everyone's taste.
Oh.
That's the thing, you know. There's not a great deal other than that, and I can tell you, a lot of these were made in Germany, you know, the works are German, yeah, you know, like the cuckoo clocks and that, they were sort of mass-produced and brought over. So I think originally it wouldn't have been an expensive item, really. I'm going to make you an offer. I don't necessarily know whether it's for me, but see what you think. Don't shout at me, Beryl.
No, I won't.
20, £40.
Oh, no.
You'll
No,
not.
couldn't part for that, no. Because it's different, it's quite,
well,
you know, I think it is.
It is and it isn't. I mean, I wouldn't say they were common, but I have seen them before.
There was a brown one as well made.
Right.
This is the blue one, yeah.
All right.
And there was
so
a brown one.
this is blue period Big Ben. Forget a Picasso. This is blue period Big Ben.
The blue one looks nicer than the brown because I've seen the brown.
Oh, have you seen the
brown
one? Right.
Yeah, in a cafe. Yeah.
£45 barrel. I know it's blue period.
Not another 5.
No.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, you could go to auction and take the money. £45 barrel.
Yeah, deal.
We've got a deal.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. What are you going to do with £45?
I don't know yet.
Brown period Big Ben?
Yes, probably, yes. I think I will.
Coming up, a sparkling item arrives at Helen's table.
It is a little Bobby Dazzler, a cracker. You need more money.
Let me see. Will Helen's offer come up to the mark? Find out after the break. Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Denbigh in North Wales. It's been non-stop bargaining and there's no let-up as the final deal of the day has caught the eye of David auctioneer Simon Bauer. But will the gem that's arrived at Helen's table bring a sparkle to her eye?
What can you tell me about this ring?
Well, I inherited it 6 years ago from my aunt. I believe from the date of it, she wouldn't have bought it new.
It's a big diamond.
Yes. Bigger the better.
Why are you not keeping it?
Well, I can't actually get it onto even my little finger.
Yes, it's a tiny little ring. But that could be enlarged, could be made bigger.
It could, but I think I'd be worried about wearing it and losing it because I'm not very good at things like that.
I see. You'd be afraid to lose it.
Yeah.
No daughters to wear it? No?
No
girls?
No children? No.
Oh, dear. So you're going to sell it?
I think so.
So what are you going to do with the money?
Probably buy something else to keep in memory of my aunt.
Another little investment?
Yeah.
Well, it's a nice stone, nice big diamond over a carat, and it's... The clarity of it's quite good, as far as I can see. I'm no diamond expert. I don't see any inclusions in the stone.
Now, Simon, a very nice ring. I would describe that as a little Bobby Dazzler. Now, when are you going to estimate that?
Personally, I can see it at 12 to 1500 would be a good base estimate.
Yeah. OK, independent valuers are pretty similar. They're kind of 12 to 1400, something in that region. I get a feeling, looking at this, at £1,500, it would be a snip. I need to keep an eye on this deal and make sure that comes to you in auction. I can see two people fighting over this. Let's see what our dealer puts on the table.
Do you think I'll have enough money in my purse to buy it?
I'm sure you have.
You think so?
All we ladies like diamonds.
We certainly do. Well, let me see. 1, 2, 3, £400. I'm going to have to dig a bit deeper. Is that right?
Quite a bit deeper.
500, 600, 700, 800, 950. There's £1,000.
£1,000. No messing, £1,000 on the table. What's your feelings about that, Simon?
It's a good start, but retail it'd be a lot more, wouldn't it? So I think there's room to move on.
I think, in fairness, to look after the seller's interests, good start at £1,000, but we know it's worth a lot more money than that. And I need to get in there and tell our seller.
What do you think?
Well, I've walked in here at this time because there's a flurry of money come onto the table. And before we start making decisions, let me tell you a few things about your diamond ring and what our independent values on the auctioneer say. You've got a stone here which is about 1.2 carats. It draws a little bit of colour. You'd call that probably champagne.
Right.
It's a South African diamond, probably Edwardian, or certainly early 20th century. It's well cut, well polished, and there are no inclusions in there. It's the kind of diamond that they are saying today, our independent valuers, they're all kind of 12 to 1500, 12 to 1400. I still think £1,400, £1,500 is cheap for that diamond. And the reason I say this, if you went to a jeweller shop and you wanted to buy that today, you wouldn't get through the door with £5,000, in my opinion. So, I'm going to say it's well worth getting near the top estimate, the £1,500. But it wouldn't surprise me if a private buyer or one or two private buyers would compete against each other to own that diamond. It is a little Bobby Dazzler, a cracker. You need more money.
Thank you.
Well,
that's what we like to hear.
Well, that's what you like to hear.
Yes.
Jane. No, it is a nice ring. Now, should I up my offer? You see, you got to remember too that if you get the upper estimate at auction, it's going to be a little bit off for commission.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've got to think about that. So, I'm not sure if I want to put any more money on the table, and I think I'll stick with my £1,000. I'll just leave it at a clean bid for that. But of course, the choice will have to be yours. You've heard what David's advice was, and you've heard my opinion. So, what do you think?
Well, thank you very much for your offer, much appreciated. But I think I'm going to take the ring to auction.
Well, I do think that's the right decision.
Yes.
I think you will do well in auction. I think this ring could be fought over. I can see it on some little girl who's getting engaged, and it'll look fabulous. I hope you do really well.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's a good decision, the right decision.
Thank you.
Helen just wasn't prepared to put down more money.
I think I'll stick with my £1,000. I'll just leave it at a clean bid for that.
Okay.
But will Jane reap the rewards of taking the risk? Let's find out.
Why did you turn £1,000 down?
Well, as it was been mentioned, you know, it is a good diamond.
Yes.
And I just thought it needed a little bit more money added to that.
Well, I think you're right. It's here in the sale room with a £1,200 to £1,400 estimation, and you've got a £1,300 reserve.
Yes.
It's worth £1,300, and I think there's a very good chance there'll be somebody here who will recognise quality. Let's see if I'm right. It's coming up now.
Beautiful ring, isn't it? Beautiful stone. Stamp wear on him. 1.2 carat. Where are we? 1,500. 1,500. 1,200 to start me then. Way like then. 800 bid at 800 bid. 800 bid for a beautiful ring at 800, 850, 900, 950. At 950 bid. I'll take 1,000 now then. At 950, 1,000.
At 1,000. That's what you were offered on the dealer's day.
1150, 12, 1250.
That's better.
13.
That's the reserve. At 13, the reserve.
At 1,300 bid. I'll take another 50. At 1,300. On the market, mine. At 1,300. Is there 50 quickly? And sold.
£1,300. Right on the reserve. We've got £130 to take off. I make that £1,170. What's your reaction?
Oh, I'm very pleased.
It is a beautiful ring, and at £1,300 under the gavel, take away the auctioneer's commission, and the real deal is £1,170. Now that's sparkling.
A great result for Jane, but did our dealers do as well? Helen hasn't managed to sell the skirt lifter, but it's amusing her customers trying to work out what it is. David Tutman found a buyer for the collection of Russian silver and sold it for £250. Even after Mike's reluctance to offer more for the oil painting...
Well, I don't want to give much more for the picture because I don't think it's worth much more.
He sold it unrestored to a picture dealer for £650. Finally, Tim was so keen to get rid of Blue Period Big Ben, he sold it for £20. And even though he paid over the estimate for the Austrian bronze, he sold it for £770.
We've had a cracking day here in the sale room. There's been lots of excitement, lots of bidding and lots of buying. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. See you